going. There we go. What is going on? Y'all come on in, hang out. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Takes a little while for it to come on the screen. But what is going on, y'all? Y'all come on in, hang out. It's Coach Jordan from inside the Creative Coaching Group. Well, Design School. I'm so used to calling it Creative Coaching Group, y'all. But come on in. Let me just refresh this real quick. I gotta see something. Okay, so I'll let y'all come on in. There we go. What's up, y'all? Yes, I did have fun at market. So I found this wall basket at Hobby Lobby. I've actually seen this for a few years. I love it, and I did do something beforehand, you guys. I did do the foam and the moss on it because it created a big mess. So all I did was I stuck a block of foam in there and some moss. This is gonna be the back side, but I just attached that, and it's really nice and snug and tight in there, you guys. So that's what I stuck in there. But I'm just going to use everyday greens, everyday greenery, you guys. I've got some 61639, really pretty. I've got some eucalyptus, and then I've got this ginormous spray, you guys, that I did get at Hobby Lobby. This was in their spring section. I thought it was amazing. You can get a lot of cuts off of this. I actually was looking at this piece right here, and I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 cuts off of this. I was like, yes, please, off of that one stem. So super quick, easy, not time consuming at all, y'all. Really great, especially if you're going to do like different colored greenery and florals. You can definitely 100% do this and choose whatever florals you want to add into it. Okay, so I want to start off first with my 61639. That's what this one is called, y'all. I don't know what it's actually called, but I just know it by the number that the company sells it by. Excuse me. And that is 61639. It's a really great bush stem. I love it. So we're gonna come on in. I am gonna do some hot glue, and I want this towards the back. So y'all can still see what I'm doing. I'm going to cut this one up into 2 pieces. And I want to cut another one up into 2 pieces. It doesn't take a lot to fill this one up, y'all, honestly. It's going to take about 3 or 4 of these stems. And then some other greenery that I have kind of like that are just like stragglers. But I love a good greenery basket for spring. And yes, I'm thinking spring, y'all. It is barely January 15th, but I am definitely thinking spring. So just coming on in. Some of these I am going to drape over the edge. So I'm going to cut this one up. Those two pieces are going to go towards the front. Because I wanted to create some height on this design. So we've got the height right here in the middle. I don't want it all to be the same height. Hey, Mary. No, it doesn't make you old. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hopping on over here and watching. Surely do appreciate it. Okay, so I have this one right here in the middle. Then I have my other one, and notice how I've kind of put this one hanging down a little bit. We're gonna add a little bit more greenery, but kind of working in threes. Threes are a good way to fill up some items. So I've got this one, and this one about the same distance, about 2 inches. If y'all are new here, put in some pink hearts. It looks like I've got some new viewers over here, so I'd love to have y'all. We go live over here once a week. And we just do whatever, honestly, whatever I feel like creating. Give that one a little bit of a curve. Oh, we've got quite a few new people here. Awesome, welcome. Looks like we got 4 people watching that are new. So now I want to come on in with those pieces that I had left over, the top part of that 61639 that I used, and I'm just going to cut that. Okay, so we're going to glue that in as well, right here in the front. And I'm actually going to like kind of bend those to where they hang over the edge like this. I like the way that looks, so it gives it some fullness up here in the front and kind of covers up some of my mechanics. Even though I used moss, it does help cover up some of the mechanics that I have. What is going to be viral this year? Honestly, I have no idea. Those button fern wreaths are still very, very popular. Especially in the South, I'm not going to lie. In the South, they are super popular. I don't see them going away anytime soon. But look how pretty that looks, y'all. Now, what I like to do is keep a stem that's back here that's long enough. And I will take this and make like a loop so it stays upright. But look how pretty that is. It's really nice and lush and full. And it is flat because I want that to sit on the door. Just like that, right? So I want it flat back just like me and Megan and Damon, because y'all know we was not blessed with nothing back there. Just pancakes, y'all. Full on pancakes back there. Okay. And then I want to bring in some of this eucalyptus. I absolutely love this. I did get this at Michael's. So I have not really been anywhere else to buy Greenery except Michael's, and I did use a coupon on this, so I'm just saying I did use a coupon. But I didn't think it was bad for $6.99. Not bad. That's regular price, and it is part of their spring collection. So I love all just greens, and you can also add some creams if you wanted to. But what I love about this is if I wanted to, I can create this base, right? Really, really nice, lush base. But if I wanted to, I could bring in some of one of my favorite flowers, right? You guys are, for those that are new here, you'll know that come the summertime, what is one of my favorite flowers? It's red. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's one of my absolute favorites. But if you're not new here, you should already know the answer to this. But it is geraniums. I would gladly put geraniums in this all day, every day. Look how pretty that looks. And this is just a bush. I do get this one at Michael's. And y'all, can you see like 2 bushes of this with ribbon just kind of trailing down? Yes, please sign me up. I love red geraniums. So on this one, I actually need to cut this up. Yep, geraniums. I love me some red geraniums, y'all. Red geraniums in a blue and white pot, chef's kiss. Or even like red geraniums in a terracotta pot, even better, chef's kiss. So, I love geraniums. So on this stem, y'all, this one did have 2 longer pieces, so I want that more towards the middle and towards the top. So we're going to glue those in. Now, I don't use a steel pick machine. I do have them, but you don't have to use them. Some of these stems are actually pretty hardy that you don't have to do that, and that's what I love. So I'm just going to glue that right in. And we're going to kind of work in my triangle. So I got 1, 2, and then I'm going to bring in my little baby piece right in here. One of my favorite ladies, if y'all have known her for a long time, y'all know Linda Spearman. She is one of my favorite ladies that I've met in the Wreath community, and she loves red geraniums. She plants like her whole flower beds up in the front of her house in red geraniums. And she works smarter, not harder. I think she buys the hanging baskets. So again, I'm going to mimic what I did to the right side. I'm going to mimic it and do it to the left side. Okay. And I need to do something really quick now because there we go. That's better. Y'all, the sun comes up on this side of the house, so there's always that glare. It's not really a glare, but I mean, you can see the sun shining through. So we added in our eucalyptus on the right side. Now I'm adding it on the left side, kind of mimicking what I did to the right to the left. But so far, all I've used is 3 of the 61639. There we go. Put that in there. What is up, y'all? Y'all come on in, hang out. Like I said, if y'all are new here, we go live once a week over here on the DecoExchange YouTube channel. That's where you can find me every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Unless something happens. Like last week, it was market, so we did not do a live last week. Now, what I'm going to do is I've added in my Lush Greenery, which I think I absolutely love. If we have any, I don't know if we've gotten our shipment in of the 61639 in at Deco, but that's where I did get it from. Now, I also know that not everyone subscribes to the Wreath supply box, but it's a really great box this month, you guys. January was a really great one. I love it. And I'm going to use some of the stuff from the box. I'm not going to use a lot of it from the box, but what I am going to use is the butterfly stem, the 60919, and then the eucalyptus spray that came in it. Okay, so, but a really nice green base. Yes, please. Look at that. Look how pretty and lush that is. I love that. I love that. So, yes, y'all, because January is usually like, I always consider January like a dark and depressing month. I know for some it's really great, but you know, like for some it's not that great because the Christmas decor is coming down, and you know, the stores are starting to look a little empty because they're all doing inventory. Trust me, y'all. I walked into a Home Goods TJ Maxx today. I was like, is this store open? Are they closing for business? Because it was empty, y'all, and they were doing inventory. So that's what they were doing. I was like, oh, well, thank goodness that they're just doing inventory. So I am going to use the 2 of the eucalyptus sprays that came in the box. And I love this mix because it does have really pretty bright colors. So it's got the purple, you got the pink, and you got the yellow. So if you don't get the Wreath supply box, y'all, you can still use whatever you have. You can use, there's always a 60919 is always a really great option, right? So that's what you can add in here. If you wanted to. So I'm going to still add some 60919, but I'm going to bring in 2 of these stems. So this stem is going to go right up in there in the back. You know where we put that first stem? This is where this stem's going to go, right in front of it. Yeah, it's inventory. A lot of stores do inventory the month of January. So right after the holiday. Yeah, that's what I walked into the TJ Maxx and I was like, oh, okay. But you know what? I found me some jeans. I found me some new Levi jeans. So I was like, okay, we're good. It was not a total bust. So adding this in. And now I'm going to separate this one because I only have this one stem left. This is the only stem I have left. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the pink out. And then I'm just going to rip the purple out. Ooh, yeah, your January box is supposed to come in today. Awesome. Yeah, I'm already ready for February's box. Like, give me February's box. Give me February's box. Like, I want to know what it is already. So the January box was the last box I helped do. The next boxes, I think, were Megan and Melanie. So that's going to be fun and exciting. I can't wait to see what they do. I've seen a little sneak peek of a few things, but I got to keep my lips sealed. And y'all cannot persuade me to do it, to reveal the boxes, okay? So don't even ask. But, so I have my pink flower right up here in the middle. And I have my yellow and my purple. I want to bring in some yellow right down here onto the left-hand side. And I'm going to bring in a purple right down here. And I am going to keep my pink right here in the center. So, bringing in my yellow. Love this. I love that stem. I've loved that stem for a long time, honestly. And I'm really happy with the way this one came out because they allowed us to mix the colors. Because normally it's only one solid color. And you can get this at DecoExchange, but the way you could guarantee to get it is the Wreath supply box. That's how you could get it. I don't know if they've already listed the extras. I know they have to do final counts on some stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, I wouldn't. Nope. But okay, maybe. I mean, there might be a little. No, not really. I'm just saying, like, are we talking like a 1-week stay at the Grand Floridian and a 1-week stay at the Polynesian. Like, like how good of a Disney trip is this gonna be for me? Not really, y'all. You cannot get me to do it. Like, we can't even talk about it like in front of Megan because she's like, oh, no, can't say it, can't say it. So I stuck that one right there in the middle. And look how pretty that looks. And I put it in there, and then these are wired, so you're able to manipulate them where you want them to go. Right? So now we have our 60919. Even though they don't call it 60919, but it is like the 60919. And I love the colors in this one as well. You've got some blue, you've got some purple, you've got some pink, some yellow. So really great bush, y'all. So I'm going to use 2 of these. And all of the florals that I'm using did come from the Wreath supply box for January. There might be the extras already listed on the DecoExchange website. If you go on there, probably look in the new arrivals. But definitely something that you guys can definitely check out if you guys did not get the Wreath supply box. But y'all, this month's Wreath supply box, you can always sign up at wreathsupplybox.com as well, you guys. For the standard box was $60 plus tax, so it was $64.95, I believe that's what I paid. But the value of the box, including the shipping, was almost $100, and that was just the standard box. Just the standard box. That was just the standard box. So definitely get in on that subscription, you guys. It's the gift that keeps on giving every single month. Okay. And now it's not a kit, but it is coordinating wreath supplies. That's what I love about it as well. It's not a kit, but you can also, it is coordinating wreath supplies. Okay. So I'm going to come on in right here in the middle. We're going to fill this in right here. How many of y'all are Wreath supply box subscribers? Put a red heart. A red heart if you are a Wreath supply box subscriber. We had some new faces here, so we chose pink heart. But if you're a red heart, that means you're a Wreath supply box subscriber. So definitely let us know there in the comments, y'all. Oh, y'all, look how nice and full that filled it up. Oh, look, we got some red hearts going. Oh, look at it. Look at y'all. Yep. So yes, I love to see y'all coming in and joining us. Lori gets a max and a standard. I get 1 max and 2 standards because I always have. So I have to make content, you guys. So that's why I do get the extra boxes. But look how pretty this looks, y'all. Just some lush greens, a nice mix of green, some greenery. We've got our eucalyptus in it. We've got our 60919, and then of course, like the last finishing touch for me is going to be the addition of the butterflies. As far as florals go, I am going to add a little bow right up under it. Sharon Ford says she's going to sign up for design school next. Awesome. Go to creativecoachdordan.com. I love how this looks, y'all. And y'all, if you are always on the fence about design school, I'm going to tell you, we do a little bit more in-depth tutorials over there in design school. But I'm going to tell you guys, it's about the same view. You're going to get an overhead view, detailed I'm doing the who, what, where, when, whys of why I put something here, why I did this, why I did that. So definitely worth a shot to join us. There is an option there that is a $20 option, a $20 a month option, and it is just it's access to all of the live classes. So it's a really great to get your feet wet, like you want to test the waters, see if it's for you. You can check out all the coaches. Megan is Sunday, I'm on Monday, Damon's Tuesday, Stacy's on Wednesday, Mel is on Thursday, and then Tammy is on Friday. So if you want to catch all those lives, we do go live 6 times a week. And when we have things like workshops, we pre-record for them as well. So I'm going to come on in. We're going to put this butterfly stem right here in the middle. Adding some hot glue. Absolutely love how this looks. But you can just see them kind of dancing throughout the greenery. So love that. So you got some cute little butterflies. Now what I like to do, like I said earlier, is choose a stem. That's exactly what I want to do. Is choose a stem, a couple of stems here, and set this right up in the middle. So let me see if I can show you guys. I like to bring in a few of these stems right here. And I bring in a zip tie. Yeah, y'all can see that. I want to make sure y'all can see that. Bring in a zip tie, and then that way it just makes a hook, so it sits up against the door nicely. Fluff that out just a little bit. Got a little smashed it. Okay. So there we go. Really pretty. Now, because I don't want to take away from all of the coloring on it, I am going to do a simple bow. And one of my all-time favorite ribbons to add into anything, you guys, is a cabana stripe. I love the cabana stripe. I use a lot of it during the spring and the summer months. So we're just going to add a simple little loop bow right here underneath those florals. But I think this is going to be like the chef's kiss on this. Okay. So, start off with my tail. And I'm actually going to make a little loop. So I'm going to start off with about 8 inches. Maybe less than that. It might be 6 inches. Okay. Pinch and twist. I'm going to go up to 8 inches. Pinch and twist. 8 inches. Pinch and twist. I want to go up to 10 inches. Pinch and twist. 10 inches. Pinch and twist. So I didn't want a super big, I'm not crazy about those 10-inch loops, honestly. I think I'm going to go back down to 9 inches instead. I like how that looks. Bring in my zip tie. So I didn't want a big overpowering bow. You can also use the 2.5-inch ribbon if you wanted to. That came in the Wreath supply box. So these are really good options as well. What I love about the greenery that's on this, y'all, is there's blue, there's cream, there's pink, there's purple, there's yellow. You really have a lot of possibilities when you want to add a certain color of ribbon. You can even do like one of those droopy moss. And I did buy some the other day because I really want to do a moss basket with this. But it's just a nice like velvet ribbon. Like that. Oh. Oh, y'all. Hold on. I bought this for another project, but... Ew, glue on my hand. Let's see this. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this moss one. This moss green color. Like, am I crazy for liking it? Now, this is going to be like a droopy bow. Yeah, there's no wire in the green. It's a droopy bow. I think I'm going to like this better. So I'm going to bring in a zip tie right up here. And what I do love is that this is on a wire frame. It is covered in the grapevine material, but it is wire. So you have some points of contact that you can actually... Oh, I love that way more. I love the cabana stripe as well, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this a little bit more. Oh, that looks pretty. No, don't you love when like, you do something, you're like, oh, yes, perfect. Oh, I love how that looks. Those scissors need to be sharpened. I think I need some new one. Some new scissors. Oh, I love that. I love that. The cabana stripe would have looked perfect in there as well, but this moss one, I think is just like this moss ferny green color is really pretty. It's like a velvet, and it's got the like raw edges on it. I love that. Yes, the basket did come from Hobby Lobby. We've carried some baskets, some wall baskets at Deco before, so I don't know if we have any in stock. I know we haven't received all of our spring shipments, but I know stuff is starting to rock and roll, and like there's stuff is coming in, but definitely I love how this looks, y'all. This is like, this would be, I would not have a problem giving this to somebody for Mother's Day. I would not. Like, this is absolutely perfect. I love the way the shape of it is. It's rounded up at the top, really nice. You got the basket. You can still see the basket. You've got the bow. You've got, and really, we didn't use a lot of product. It looks like we used a lot of product, but we did not. I actually got that from Hobby Lobby as well. This one came from the sewing section. This is in the sewing department. It's just the velvet trim with fray edge, color green. So the basket and the ribbon came from Hobby Lobby. The 61639, which we used, what was it? 1, 2 stems, 3 stems. We used 3 stems of 61639, 2 eucalyptus stems that came from Michael's. Then we used 2 of the eucalyptus, the colored eucalyptus from the Wreath supply box, 2 of the 60919 from the Wreath supply box, and then the 1 butterfly stem from the Wreath supply box for January. So I absolutely love how this came out. Then we added our little bow right here. I cannot wait to take a picture of this on the door, y'all. I think this is going to be really pretty. I love it. I absolutely love this. Now I want to make another one. Like, I want to make another one of these. A different color scheme, though. I'm thinking blues and greens. Like chinoiserie. But really pretty, y'all. The one thing I didn't do on camera was cut the foam. But I did put a piece of foam in there. It is wrapped in moss. And you can see it on the back. Back here. Like, I do have to go back and I have to add some pieces to cover up my mechanics. But overall, it's a really great product. I love this basket. And I got it at Hobby Lobby, like I said. But this is going to be able to sit flush up against the door. And it's not going to take up a lot of space. Now, it won't fit in between a screen door and a regular door. But I think this is a really pretty way to use the stuff from the Wreath supply box. Okay? But y'all, that is all I've got for y'all. Don't forget, you can sign up for the Wreath supply box at wreathsupplybox.com. If you are looking to join us in design school, you can go to creativecoachjordan.com, which is where you'll find all the information. creativecoachjordan.com. But we do have a spring workshop coming up. It is our Spring Made Simple workshop where we're doing garlands. We're working with florals, you guys. We're doing a lot with florals for spring. I know, groundbreaking. But I hope you guys join us. You can go to springmadesimple.com/Jordan. That's where you can find out all the information. It's going to be all the design school coaches are all coming together for our first workshop of the year. So I'm super excited because I am going to use the bloom box from Mill and Dill Designs. So super excited about that. But y'all, that's all I got for y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see y'all next